We got it covered. Everything sports related. I'ma speak my mind. You can love it or hate it. We got it covered. Everything Lamar. Welcome to RouG Pod. You know who we are. We got it covered. We got it covered.
What is going on? Welcome back to the RouG Pod. Your man Hendo here. And look, I have guests with me today, and one that we pulled out of witness protection. Haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Gentlemen, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a little cool in California, so it's not as hot, but if you hear I have a bunch of fans on trying to keep me cool because it's hot. And I'm hot, and so I'm doing great. Just in general, I'm hot. But decided to come talk to you, Hendo. God knows what we're going to talk about. God knows where this is going to go.
Okay, how you doing, Bradley?
I'm all right.
Straight to the point.
Okay.
Listen, Shaduk, I need to introduce you to my brother. He just joined the Fantasy Football League, and he's in the Discord.
Disgusted. This man is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Through and through.
Sounds like my type of person.
Exactly my point. How about that?
I mean, at least one person in your family is a good person. So.
Not today.
I mean, that is disturbingly accurate, based on what I've heard from my Hendo's family.
Amazing. Do you hear this, people? It's amazing. On my own show, just pop.
I'm just saying, like, Jasmine seems great.
Jasmine is great. She is wonderful.
She is amazing.
The rest of y'all,
everybody in my family is just a wonderful individual, except for my brother. All right, we are now live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, also wherever you get your audio podcast from. We are there. Make sure you go check us out. Give us 5 stars. Help us grow that thing. All right. We don't really have much to talk about tonight, except the Ravens. Since somebody came in here and said, "Hey, what are we talking about tonight on the Ravens podcast with Ravens YouTubers?" The Ravens. Does that sound good to you, Shug?
I don't know why Bronny doesn't know we're talking about the Ravens.
I know.
Y'all,
and why he's promoting Ring Kings when it should be Lunch Break Hot Take?
But I'm doing both because the background. I mean, it's the old logo. I gotta get a new one, and thank you for pointing that out. But it's that's the Lunch Break Hot Take, and then down here is the Ring Kings because there's 2 just huge fights this weekend. No, the one's on Tuesday.
Oh, one's on Tuesday. That's right. One is on
Tuesday morning. Naoya Inoue, the monster, against Stephen Fulton. That one is over in Japan, so that's Tuesday morning. The estimate is like about 8 a.m. Eastern time. They're going to be fighting, and then obviously on Saturday, the 29th, that night is going to be Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. That's this Saturday. That is this Saturday for the number 1 pound for pound spot in boxing. Been years in the making. So like just 2 huge fights this week. So that's why it says Ring King spot there.
Okay. Is that sufficient for you, Shug?
No, it's not. But you may continue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So also listen, that is perfect because right after the fight, people can tune in for training camp. We are less than 50 days, which is less than 2 months away from the start of the NFL season, with the NFL kickoff starting on the September the 7th, I believe. The Detroit Lions traveling to Kansas City to take on the defending champ. So football is right around the corner, gentlemen. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all don't look too excited.
I feel all right.
Oh no, go Rodney.
I'm very excited to see Bryce Young obviously take the field in preseason and see how he does. Honestly, in football, there's nothing more exciting than your team drafting what is going to be, supposed to be your franchise quarterback, right? Because right now it's all, it's all possibilities. It's all, hey, he's going to be the best in the league. We're going to win multiple Super Bowls. And, a lot of those possibilities turn into like Josh Rosen, but we're not there yet. So right now it's still all good and it's still exciting. And I do think that Bryce Young is going to be very good. So I'm very excited to see Carolina this year. And I'm actually going to, this is the best part, actually going to be able to watch Carolina this year because DirecTV no longer has Sunday Ticket. Thank God.
Thank God.
YouTube does.
Yeah. And I'm subscribed.
I don't know if that's a good thing because weren't we having trouble with YouTube?
Bro, YouTube. I mean, listen, as soon as anybody started watching something on their platform, that shit, it crashed. But they've had months since then to fix it. So
they better. So if you're listening, because we know you are, make sure you have this shit fixed, please. Right. Thank you.
Oh yeah, because we've just had the best experiences with YouTube and then fixing things going wrong.
Hey, listen,
hopefully they do something.
They got our money to us after only 8 months.
Yeah.
So
you finally got it though.
It should have been a very simple process.
Should have never happened.
I mean, they read the name and they read the name and they're like, we're gonna make them wait. We're gonna make them wait a little bit. Watch the video. They saw who was on camera. They're like, we're gonna make them wait.
Probably.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I'm very excited. I'll say this. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Coach Evans. I watched Coach Evans countdown of teams and where they ranked, and he did the Steelers at 16. And I commented, no, it was no shot at Coach. I hope he didn't take it that way. I said I can't wait to prove you guys wrong. The Steelers he has them right in the middle, and it's either going to go one way or another. It's going to go either good or it's going to go bad. I think it's going to go good. I think a lot of people that are saying that the Steelers aren't going to win more than 5 games are dumb. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Just fans I've been seeing on Twitter, other people picking. I don't know if you guys have seen like people picking the divisions and things like that. And they come out with the graph and it says, which team is going to win their division, and then a lot of people saying things about the Steelers. But make sure to check out Coach's video. It's really good. I didn't agree with him on some of the stuff, but he does a great breakdown. And he gives good, hard facts, and everything he says is truthful. I just see some things a little different, but he put us right in the middle of the pack. And so it's going to be really interesting. Do we go left and to the winning, or do we go right to losing? It's going to be a big year. See where Kenny ends up. See how he does.
It all comes down to Mittens.
Comes down to Mittens. I mean,
Matt Canada
too.
But
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I mean, you have to think about it. The AFC now is very loaded. The teams have picked up a lot of offensive weapons, so that kind of moves them up a bit. And then you have to factor in the 2 or 3 maybe decent NFC teams. So in the middle of the pack, as it stands right now, especially without your offensive line being proven, it's not bad, bro.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying with what Coach was saying. We're in the middle, so it can go either way. So my optimism is we're going to go to the winning. I think we're going to do well, but there's people out there who are definitely saying no, the Steelers are not going to do well because of reasons that doesn't make sense. Talking about defensive line, things like that. Talk about TJ, talk about running back. I know Coach made a point in his video talking about a running back. If Najee Harris went down, what do we do with that running back? And things like that. And so he made good points, but I lean a little to his points a little differently. But I feel good. I'm excited to see what the season brings. I want to see what Aaron Rodgers does. I want to see what obviously because I hang out with you some people.
Because the Ravens.
I want to see how the Ravens do. I want to see what happens in San Francisco. My best friend who passed away was a 49ers fan. Does Trey Lance take over the starting spot? Does Brock Purdy come back and do stuff? I want to see what happens with that. I want to see what happens with, the Carolina Panthers and
there you go.
The rookie Corby. So it's going to be I'm excited for the season.
Yes, I am as well. And listen, football season does not begin unless we have a fight. And at the New York Jets practice, they had 2 fights. So let me ask you guys a question. When you see a fight at training camp, do you take that as just over exuberance? Do you take that as passion, as unnecessary? How do you feel about training camp fights? Sure.
I mean, it's a competitive sport. It's a physical sport. Um, I'm assuming all of us have played football. You want to prove yourself on the field, but you also don't want to be humiliated as a man. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes someone gets the best of you. Sometimes things happen. Things are said. I remember telling a guy when I played defensive line that I was gonna choke him out. So you just say things, and it gets the best of us. And that as long as you have a close enough team, once the fight's over, a couple days, you slap hands. Hey, we were both heated. It is what it is, and you move on. It's when that doesn't happen and the locker room becomes divided. It's an offensive person versus a defensive person. The offensive doesn't like the defense, so they don't hang out or they don't talk, and you have a division. That's when it's an issue, and that's when you hope you have a great coach to mend that division in order to have a cohesive team.
Rodney?
I think that generally speaking, it's not a big deal. Actually, said tempers kind of flare and guys are running hot, and you've been off, and it's the first time out there. Everybody's excited. Everybody wants to prove themselves. You got guys, excuse me, rookies, undrafted free agents, and even just regular free agents coming in. They're trying to make the team, trying to prove they belong. You're trying to fight for their spot on the team, and et cetera. And it's fine. You don't want a team that doesn't have any fight in them. But I think that in Carolina, I have a little more negative opinion about it just because of, there was this little tiny asshole wide receiver named Steve Smith who played for the Panthers, who seriously injured a couple teammates in training camp. He attacked a guy in the film room, broke his orbital bone. He got into a fight on the field in training camp with Ken Lucas, who was a starting corner, and I believe it was his jaw. He broke his jaw. And he was out for the first 4 weeks of the season. So it can go too far if you have guys like that who on the team who really, really can't control themselves.
Right.
But generally speaking, it's fine.
Yeah, and listen, Ken Lucas was a nice guy. I remember after he came to Baltimore probably about 6 years ago, and I was doing some work in his house. Very nice individual. And I'm sitting here doing this work in this man's house, and I'm like, why y'all doing this? You ain't gonna be here that long. And 2 months later, he was out.
Ronnie, is that the other story? Is that the other story he tells us about?
No, it's not.
Where he offered him water?
No, it's not.
Okay.
That was Mark Clayton. It was Mark Clayton, and it was vitamin water.
And it was the bad kind.
It was the bad kind of vitamin water.
And Hendo wanted him to offer something else.
Some jersey. He had jerseys everywhere, bro. He was cleaning his floor with them. He had some of his bath mats. He was using what is a towel. Like
he couldn't give you one, and he couldn't give you one.
That's what I'm saying. And then when I got done, he was like, "Hey, bro," he was like, "You wanna?" I'm like, "Vitamin water." I'm like, "Yo, I'm going. I'm out." All right. Let's see who we got in the house. We got Coach Everson Cipriani Films. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to that man today. Putting a lot of work, as Shook said, into that top 32, that power ranking video.
Doing an amazing job with that.
Yeah, amazing job.
Yeah,
we should have more views. If you guys can, go on Twitter and share those videos. When he tweets about them, retweet them because he should have more views. The one he did on the Steelers was very, very well done.
All of them.
What he did.
All of them were well done.
I've only watched two of them. I watched the Steelers one. No, I mean I haven't had time. I've been a little busy the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. So, like you said, listen, some of these videos take hours to prepare just to give you entertainment. And listen, we'd love to do it, but sometimes, we want to look and see some people are actually watching the work that we put out. Like, it hurts my feelings when I spend 7 hours on a video and I get like 112 views.
You see, and that's why I just don't prepare.
Really?
You don't put any prep time into it. You don't get offended when people don't watch.
Listen, The video that I'm releasing next week, I put some hours into this, so please. So tomorrow, I don't know what time as of yet. I am releasing the top 100 players of the NFL entering the 2023 season, Monday through Friday. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live stream for 10 through 1.
Probably.
Most likely.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a thing that you're gonna do.
I mean, I've already done the video, so I don't know why I need to live stream it if I've already put the video out there.
To have the discussion about
Okay.
And talk about how wrong your list is.
I
Because
mean,
it's
my
probably
list-
bad.
My list might be like it's some people. I put some people in there that deserve to be in there.
We remember your top 10 rappers, and so I'm sure this one.
Whoa! Those weren't my top 10 rappers. That was a culmination.
No, that is factually correct. It was like how we do the pound for pound list, where you get everybody's list together. But I saw your list, and your list was trash too.
You saw my list? You didn't see my list.
Oh, I heard about a few spots on that list, and your list was trash.
Wow! Just come on.
Where'd you have Tupac on that list, Rando?
17th.
Exactly. Keep it moving before I leave.
Okay. But first and foremost, no, I need to say this though. For the people that did not submit any paperwork because they said they just didn't feel like it, they don't need to say a goddamn word. Talking about I just didn't feel like doing it for you. I know you do a whole bunch for me, but I don't feel like doing this one little thing for you. But I digress.
I had my list back in like half an hour.
Facts. No bone.
Whoever did that.
Bone Thugs and Harmony at number 3. Shut the. What's going on, Brandon Bazel? Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you, bruh. We got MDT Sports in the house. Chris White, appreciate you. We got Brandon Buck in the house. He says, "Oh, damn the trio." Make sure you go over to Arizona Armchair Sports and check them out. Listen, I think you were getting smart with me the other day, Brandon. And I was going to actually compliment your team because the Arizona Cardinals, they actually have a nice little YouTube series going on. And it was pretty, I thought it was pretty good, especially the one where they did the commercial to unveil the jerseys. So I was going to give them their props, but your mouth messes things up as usual. What's up, man?
Hey, Brandon, how come your video said Giants franchise, but it was like a game with the Eagles and the Cowboys?
Because it's Brandon. What's going on, Matt D? Justin P. Talking Ravens all day, every day with Justin P. Make sure you go over there, subscribe to his channel, and check out his videos. Dope content over there with him and his co-host Shannon Fitch. All right, who else? Oh, we got Joey returning. What's going on? He says no Steelers. Sometimes, bro.
Steelers all day. It's Steelers all day.
Joey, that is great life advice.
It is.
But Hendo is a gracious host, so we're gonna talk a little Steelers.
Is he gracious though?
I like getting all I like getting all sides of the NFL. I don't like just the bias of having one franchise to talk about and just fluff them up to the world. I like getting different opinions. I like learning about other teams.
Hendo does not like being a
and then when you give him an opinion, he yells at you.
I don't yell at anybody. I don't yell. Mm-hmm. You can ask anybody that knows me. I do not yell, sir.
I'm gonna ask Ricky.
Yeah.
What's going on, Yolanda? She says, good evening, Road family. You can ask Ricky. I don't yell at people.
You yelling at me about asking Ricky right now.
Chocolate Lady Cat, what's going on?
But please do not DM me the answer to my question while I'm live on air. What are we doing, Buck?
Oh my goodness. Ozzy, what's going on? Thank you for dropping by. LL in the house. Yeah, sure does have problems. I don't even know. I let him come on here. It just comes on here, badges me on my own channel. Like I don't get it. So let me ask you this question, Suge. Is Still Conspiracy back? Since we got you on camera now? Because I was lying to the people.
Still Conspiracy is back. And we will be doing a show possibly this Tuesday. I will let you know. But Still Conspiracy is going to be back.
Night. Right now, it's Sunday night. You should know if you're doing a show on Tuesday.
Facts. What's going on?
Hey, I live by the seat of my pants. You know this, Rodney.
True.
Okay. Agent E, what's going on? Living Big with Big Reg. Make sure you check out his channel as well. What's up? I hope you made it home safe, Big Reg. I know you had that trip down south. Hope you enjoyed yourself because, listen, I almost moved down there. I used to live down there. I was stationed down there when I was in the military. Love it. Love it. So let's jump into these topics because we've already been here for 20 minutes.
I was about to remind you that said this was going to be a quick 30 and we haven't talked about any of our topics yet. So we got to peep the eye of this thing.
Yeah, Hendo, get a hold of your show.
Anywho, so let's get into our first topic. It says 3 questions that must be answered
What's up,
before the
Jasmine?
start of the season pertaining to the Baltimore Ravens. What's going on, Jazzy, my baby girl? Hey, how you feeling? Yes, at least somebody in here loves me. At least one person.
We all love you.
I'm pretty sure there's more than one person in that chat that loves you. Just saying.
I'm sure it's a lot that hate me as well. So let's get into these 3 questions.
I don't see any hate going on in the chat.
Not right now. It's it gets
the way you look into the camera and talk to people, it hits their soul. That's why this is the number 1 YouTube channel out there.
That's
Ravens
true.
YouTube channel.
Should spit nothing but facts.
But
number
3
one,
questions I want. But 3 questions I need to be answered. Let's
number
go.
1, bruh. I'm not even 11. What do you mean number 1?
You're number 1 in my heart. Let's go.
Okay.
3 questions that need to be answered.
All right. First question: is the offensive identity established for the Baltimore Ravens in your opinion? We'll start with you, Shug.
No, because we don't know what the Ravens offense is going to be. You guys have talked about it many a times. The offensive coordinator prior really used Lamar's running ability more than probably it should be, and didn't really use his arm ability properly. So what is this offensive coordinator going to do? Is this offensive coordinator going to depend? Are they going to be a run first offense or a pass first offense? You guys have spoke about, you guys got receivers now, which I use that term loosely.
Receivers,
that you can throw the ball to and that can make plays. So are you guys going to try to be like the Chiefs, throw it downfield? Are you going to, you have a Mark Andrews who's kind of, closer to Travis Kelce than most tight ends. You have an OBJ. We know what he can do. You have all these receivers. So are you going to try to spread the field and throw it down the field, or are you going to just still depend on your running backs and Lamar's legs? So I don't think the Ravens know what their offensive identity is. I did not say we.
He said almost.
You were so close. You did make that mistake once before. So I don't know that it was really a mistake.
Facts. Oh, okay. So we got a donation from Brandon Buck. Appreciate you. $4.20. It says Shug almost said we when talking about the Ravens.
You sent him money? Why can't you send me money?
To say the same thing that you said in chat that he put on screen?
First of all, Buck, don't listen to him.
God bless you, Buck.
I appreciate you donating. Now I got to put you down for some more loyalty points.
How's that loyalty point thing going?
Also, my
how's that loyalty point thing going?
The loyalty point thing is going well. We've had one winner last month, and we currently have a leader. It's a close race going on right now. But since you spoke about it, Shug, I don't know about that, Bronny. Listen,
God damn it! What?
There are you can get loyalty points, and at the end of each month, I give away a prize.
Who's winning?
Depending
what
upon
is the score?
I don't know it.
I don't care about what you're saying right now. What is the score? Who is winning? Hendo.
Bronny, you're winning. Goodness gracious.
Good.
You're winning. So you can get loyalty points by just coming in and watching the videos, by liking, subscribing, donating to the channel. There is a pinned link in the comments section. If you want to donate, those go to the loyalty points. If you subscribe, if you buy tickets to the August 4th meet and greet, if you ask a question on the community page, you get points. And at the end of the month,
you have a community page?
Everybody has a community page.
Sure does.
I don't.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
There's nothing there.
And
because you have to post things, sure.
And once a month we give away a big prize. So most of the prizes are something very nice, depending upon who wins. It may be team specific. Because like at first would have won last month, I would have gotten him something Giants related. So it depends. But this special month, I got to do the randomizer. I know what you want, Brian. If it becomes this month, I know what you want. You want the blade.
What do you mean if it becomes this?
When I do the randomizer, I'm gonna do the randomizer tonight, and depending upon which month it's going to be, that's going to be the big.
I'm reminded of a scene from a show from a few years ago called Atlanta, where Lakeith Stanfield was in a car and he asked to climb a tree, and the dude was like, maybe later, and he was like, man, that basically means no. And that's how I feel right now with what you're saying to me.
Okay. So just like you see Coach do just now, if you put exclamation point points in the chat, it will let you know how many points you actually have. But I don't know. Ferris is creeping up. Ferris loves to win. He's creeping up on you. That's all I got to say. So, Rodney, how about you?
What?
Is the offensive identity established?
Oh, no. I mean, they've got all new wide receivers. They got a new offensive coordinator. They don't have any identity. I think they'll establish it fairly early on in the season, and I think it's going to be great for them. I think they're going to be much, much better than they have been over the past 5 years offensively. But right now, we can't say that it's established. You know, there's too many new pieces on the offense for them to have any kind of identity at this point.
Okay, and I agree with you both. I just think the article was trying to say these are must-haves before the season starts. I think that the Ravens want to have a facade of being a passing team, but just because we got Todd Monken, I'm not sold on it. I know John Harbaugh is stubborn. I know the Raven way is to run the ball, but I'm a little less inclined to believe we're going to be a run team because we have no healthy running backs, if you want to count Melvin Gordon. I know.
And Tom Monken has a reputation for playing to his team's strengths, right? And the strength of the Baltimore Ravens offense is Lamar Jackson. And now, for the first time ever, that wide receiver room.
Thanks.
Well, would you consider that wide receiver room the bottom of the AFC North?
I would consider it tied for third.
So pretty much, it's a good way of Rodney saying they're in fourth place.
No, I said tied for third.
I'll say it for him.
Depending on how Odell bounces back from that injury. If he's as healthy as people say, then they're clearly better than the Browns. Pending Zay Flowers and Bateman being healthy and everything. But obviously, number one is the Bengals with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and the Steelers got George Pickens. They got Deontay Johnson. They just signed. Allen Robinson. Who knows how much he has left, but he's the number 3 guy there. So anything you get from him is a boost. They're getting Calvin Austin back, who they drafted last year, who hasn't been able to play yet. So, but even just with their top 2, with Johnson and Pickens, you got to put them past Baltimore and Cleveland, whose guys are unproven at this point.
Okay, so that leads us to the second one. Is Odell Beckham Jr. truly ready to contribute?
Yes, he's going to contribute in a big way. I think he's going to be. I think he is healthy, and I think you're going to see something close to not exactly. He's never going to get back there completely, but something close to what he was in New York. I think that's going to turn out to be a great signing. I think Zay Flowers is a great pick, and I do think despite the kind of ups and downs that he's had a little bit over a couple seasons, that Rashad Bateman is a very talented guy, and if he's able to stay healthy, they are going to be extremely difficult to defend in the pass game.
Indeed.
I mean, that they didn't ask about every other receiver. They asked about one, Robbie.
That's okay.
All right,
I answered about the one though.
He did. So what do you think, Shug?
The question is Odell Beckham going to be healthy? That just depends on his health. Like Brady said, they said he looks healthy, seems healthy. Why are you laughing?
Because it's the way you said it.
Because you said, is he going to be healthy? It depends on his health. Oh, duh.
Oh, no, I know. But
oh, that was rude. Is what that was. Wow.
I'm sorry.
What I'm trying to say is it all depends on his health. If he is healthy and is back to the form, not like Rodney said, not to the form of the Giants, but somewhat close to that, then yeah, it's going to be the Ravens passing game is going to be dangerous. I don't. Ferris here can correct me if I'm wrong. Brandon maybe can correct me if I'm wrong. I've never really heard of Odell being a selfish player like a T.O., like a Chad Johnson. So I don't think he's going to come in with the mindset of you need to give me the ball. I think he's not going to have that mindset. Yeah, because I've never heard that from him. So
I think he got a bad rap in the media a little bit, but I think it was very undeserved.
Yeah, so I don't think you have to worry about that aspect. I just think you have to worry about his health, and are him and Lamar going to be able to be in sync? Which I'm pretty sure they both have high high IQ football IQs, can they be in sync to play together? That's really like this is almost kind of comparable to what people thought with McNabb and T.O. Can they exist? And then we saw what they could do. So this is kind of the same thing. Can they work together and perform? And if they can, then this is good. They're gonna be good.
Yeah, I agree. It all comes down to, is he healthy? The last several years he has not been, but I think that this week will give us kind of a window into what is going on, depending upon how many reps he get, if he gets rest days, how they actually use him, and if he practices hard. If he doesn't practice hard, to me, I know a lot of people are going to say, it's the beginning of training camp, but this is what training camp is for. It's to get you prepared for the season. And I know, Brian, you making your face.
Odell's prepared. He's.
I don't know. I know he's prepared. I mean, it's his body prepared. That is what I'm saying. Is that knee prepared to do what it needs to do for a full season? So, that is something that we shall see. And shout out to Living Energy Drink for the $10 donation. It says, great collab. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you donating to the channel.
Thank you, LED.
Appreciate you. Living Energy Drink. So, yeah, Odell, he's going to play a big role in what the Ravens do going forward. And like someone said, Nelson Aguilar, I think he's going to play a bigger role than a lot of people think. I joke him and play on the dude. I actually watched the video today.
He cannot fix.
No, I can't. It's not my internet. It's StreamYard. I cannot fix StreamYard. You would know if you were actually using StreamYard in the last month or so.
You got me there.
But,
you got me there.
You're excused for your absenteeism.
You got me there. You got me there.
Yeah.
I have been absent for a month.
Oh yeah. All right.
But I had an excuse.
Next one. What is Patrick Queen's? What is Patrick Queen's future with the Baltimore Ravens, Brodney?
I need to go play Dave the Diver or something, man. Like, what am I even doing here? This is ridiculous.
Having fun.
Okay.
Right?
Hanging out with the fellas.
Already past the 30-minute mark, but that's all right. Patrick Queen's future is with another organization. He is going to play out this last year in Baltimore. I think he's going to play very well. I think he's kind of turned that corner. Him and Roquan are arguably the best linebacker duo in the league.
Arguably.
And I think that he's going to ball out this season, and he is going to go and get paid in free agency. And Baltimore going to get one of them comp picks they love so much.
Sugarton.
I agree with Bronny. I think he's with another team. I
possibly the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
I don't know if I want your guys' sloppy seconds.
Miles Boykin.
But then again, this last couple months, sloppy seconds.
Chris Wormley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. You know what? But the thing is, though, I don't know. Is he? Because last year you guys were kind of saying that with Roquan showing up, his play had stepped up, but then it kind of digressed toward the end of the year. If I'm not mistaken, how is he going to be able to make a step forward this year with playing with Roquan? That's the question. You know, it shouldn't take another linebacker for you to step up, but here we are.
To be fair to Patrick, he started playing better before Roquan, but it was like 4 games or so, and so people kind of forget because then Roquan showed up. It was a big splash and all that stuff. But I think that he, what they said about him coming in was true. He was very inexperienced. He probably shouldn't have been a first round pick based off of. Okay, you know what? God damn it. Why don't you just slide back and let me say what I'm saying? All right. And like he has developed into the player that they were hoping he was going to be. It's just that, oops, they paid somebody else already, and now they're probably not going to pay a second inside linebacker that huge contract that he's going to be looking for. But I think his play will warrant it this season, and he's just going to have to hit free agency and get it elsewhere.
I mean, you guys paid $100 million, and that linebacker got scored on. By
everybody has a bad play
with small hands, so
everybody has a bad play.
I mean, he also intercepted one from your boy Mittens.
No, I think that was Mitch. That's Tricky Mitch.
Oh, was it?
It was Tricky Mitch.
Nobody gives a good goddamn. Your quarterbacks are exactly the same.
Roquan and
no, relax. Relax, okay?
I'm very relaxed.
Yeah.
Relax.
So like you said,
with somebody that doesn't have a quarterback on their team, relax.
We
has
have
one.
a quarterback, sir.
We'll see.
Actually, you know what's really funny about that? We have 2 quarterbacks better than anybody in Pittsburgh, actually.
I doubt that.
Andy Dalton right there, Red Rifle.
And Andy
Red
Dalton,
Rifle,
shut
baby.
up.
future
Look
Hall
at-
of Famer.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many Pro Bowls has Mittens made?
It's his second year in the damn league. Give him a second.
Has he?
And
Has
what
he,
we just
has he made
talking
one?
about? Hold up. When we're
Has he
talking
made
about
one?
the other day that Pro Bowls don't mean anything.
And he still couldn't make it. He didn't make it over Tyler Huntley, did he?
That is facts. That is facts.
He's because he started half the year.
How long did Tyler Huntley start?
He started 5 games.
You know what, Bronny? Your team is like the Flash. Ain't gonna do nothing. All hype.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, Shug, back to the point at hand.
Wow.
Yes.
That's how you know Suge is feeling that.
I know he
box
gets
office hurt deep in his soul. Because that's his man. The Flash is his guy.
Oh no. First of all, Shug came in here and told us, "Oh, I heard the Flash was gonna be the best movie that DC ever made." Da 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 da. Whatever. Listen, he's only joking. Listen, Dub. He's playing around. Don't listen to Shug. He's messing around. So anyway, Patrick Queen, like he said, was
who's messing around? Me? I don't mess around.
Shut your mouth.
I don't mess around.
So Patrick Queen was playing a little bit better before Roquan got here. And yeah, sometimes you need somebody to take the pressure off you to elevate your game. It happens all the way around. It happens in football all of the time. So I just think, like Bronny said, with the inexperience he had, like when he was at LSU, his final year, that was his first year starting. So it takes time to get acclimated. I know, Shug. I know. It takes time.
Coach, I have so much respect for you, but you just said that.
So it takes time for you to get
DC
acclimated to the NFL. And I think that Patrick Queen is actually going to be traded before the trade deadline. I think, especially if he plays out his mind, the Ravens are going to look to get as much compensation from another team as they can. So either way, after the season, they want in the middle of the season, your boy's gone. Now Shug.
Now stop muting me, okay?
If you stop cutting me off, I won't have to mute you. How about that?
Hey. Y'all brought the Flash into this, okay? Don't get mad because I react.
But you told us that was supposed to be the greatest DC movie ever, and everybody in the critics.
I like the movie. I didn't have a problem with it.
I didn't.
Everyone else didn't like about it.
That made less than the Green Lantern, and I think the Green Lantern is one of the worst movies.
Well, we don't want to get into this conversation. You missed that conversation last week, where it's a conspiracy against the Flash.
Ain't no conspiracy. There's a conspiracy from DC against the viewing public.
Okay, but let me ask you a question, Hendo. Can you guys afford to lose Patrick Queen and trade him in the middle of the season?
Yes, we can. We got Trent. We got Trenton Simpson. We drafted Trenton Simpson. Listen. It doesn't matter if we can afford to lose or not.
How unconvincing he sounded there.
Listen. I'm just asking a question.
Why would you trade him for?
Right.
If you're telling me, well, let me try to say this correctly. If you're telling me him and Roquan are the best linebacker duo,
they're not.
I said arguably.
Okay, arguably. So that means they're pretty close.
No, they're
top 5.
They're in the top 3.
5.
They're in the top 3.
Okay, top 3. Why would you trade them then?
Exactly.
Why would I trade him? Because it's the Baltimore Ravens. I was looking at something today, and they were showing highlights of C.J. Mosley. Now, all Ravens fans were saying, well, C.J. Mosley is not worth $17 million a year. At the time, everybody's like, let him go. He can go elsewhere. C.J. Mosley is an all-pro. Then you also have to think, if we didn't let C.J. Mosley go, we didn't have to draft your man Patrick Queen. And in the retrospect, we didn't have to trade for Roquan Smith and give him a $100 million contract if we'd have just paid C.J. Mosley. So they make a lot of moves that don't make a lot of sense because you keep letting people go and have to replace them. This is becoming a trend with the Baltimore Ravens where they draft people, they get at the end of their contract, they let them go, then they have to scramble to find replacements. He's gone next season either way because if he plays well, he's going to price himself out of Baltimore. So why not trade him before the trade deadline?
He's priced out of Baltimore already.
I mean, that is
one of the questions should really be is can Baltimore stay out of their own way? Because it seems like they get in their way every time where they screw up their personnel and cost themselves.
Put that shit up there.
Hate is real. Hate is real. Remember that. Hate is real. And my own people hate on me all the time. Because listen, you say because of long-term financial implications. Given CJ Mosley $17 million a year, now we still have a first-round draft pick, a la Patrick Queen, that we could have used for another position. We don't trade for Roquan Smith. So now we have another second-round pick. So it's a first and second-round pick that we keep and $100 million that we didn't have to pay for another linebacker. Now we still have to replace Patrick Queen after the season, but CJ Mosley is still an all-pro linebacker. That's my only thing that I'm saying, bro. Yeah, the cap is going up, but you see, we making moves like signing Melvin Gordon for 1 year up to $3 million. It's moves like that just slowly chip away at that salary cap, and then come next season, we're going to be like the Ravens only got $4 million to spend.
Yeah, the cap going up is not an excuse for a poor allocation of resources, and paying 2 inside linebackers after you just drafted one, also in the third round or second round, or whatever,
third round.
Is a bad idea. They have much bigger holes elsewhere that they could use that money to fill.
Whoa, coach. Whoa. You saying CJ Mosley not an all-pro? You're telling me CJ Mosley's not better than the guy we got in the first round? I'm just saying. I don't want no problems with you, coach, because you petty. So
You're a little bit petty.
Coach is very petty.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was petty, but I ain't got nothing on that, man.
He's so petty to call him Tom Petty.
You should have just cut that off and they call him Tom. You know, how the delivery on that one. So.
Yeah, well, you know, I haven't streamed in a month. You know,
Yeah, his mind
getting my mojo back. Yeah, my mind is somewhere else.
Knocking the rust off like Deshaun Watson, right? Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all better stop sleeping on the Cleveland Browns. Stop.
Yeah, I saw him throw a ball into the net from like 6 yards away today. Damn near had a heart attack.
I don't think Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland is going to do anything. To be honest with you,
Cleveland might be the number 3 team in the league. Yeah.
Sure did.
$10 tip for Matt D. Appreciate it. There's no comment. If you have a comment, just put it up. I'll highlight it. Appreciate you. Listen,
Dub, he said he's better than Queen, not Roquan.
Huh? Who's better than Queen? Oh, CJ Mosley ain't better than Roquan. I mean, listen, I liked Roquan since he was at Georgia. I thought he was a beast, and I was like, oh, if the Ravens could just get him.
What you wish for?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a video. That's the video coach.
I have a question though. Like honestly, you traded for Roquan Smith. You paid him $100 million. Obviously, they were going to extend him after they traded for him. But just hypothetically, just in a vacuum, would you rather have Roquan Smith or Darius Slay, who they tried to sign and couldn't get the deal done?
Well, who would I rather have?
And the people in the chat.
No, I'd rather have Darius Slay.
I would rather have Darius Slay too.
But why can't we have both?
I mean, they could. I'm just saying, like they could have offered more to Darius than what they did. They chose not to. But if you didn't pay Roquan, in theory at least, you go and you make sure you get that Darius Slay deal done.
Facts. Listen, Roquan is a beast. He's a beast. But especially with the wide receivers, we just named the wide receivers just in the AFC North alone. We need we need a second corner. We desperately need a second corner. And I know that, Rodney, you think that Rock Ya-Sin is going to be the answer.
I like Rock. I mean, I'm not saying he's a great corner or anything, but I think he'll be fine. I'll tell you what, I think he'll play better this year than Marcus Peters played last year.
That's not saying much.
You were the number 3 defense in the league.
But we were the number 26 pass defense in the league.
Don't give a good goddamn. You were number 3 in points. Nobody cares. How many passing yards they were 3rd in points against. They're fine.
Yeah. What's going on, Joshua? He says Melvin Gordon making more than JK this year. That's facts. Like, that's crazy. So that's going to bring us to our next topic. Okay. Raven moves before the vets report. So first and foremost, they put Tyus Bowser on the non-football injury list. They put Ty Bowser on the non-football injury list. They put J.K. Dobbins, Pat Ricard on the PUP. As of Friday, Rashad Bateman was on the not reported list, but I guess he reported last night and everything else.
Yeah,
so he's back. So my question to you guys is it concerning that after the season, J.K. Dobbins is not ready for training camp this year because he's still having problems with his knee?
And it's always concerning when your running back has knee problems. You know, you got to be concerned. My question is, where is James Prochet?
Coming to Pittsburgh real soon, bro.
Nope. No, like you when your running back isn't showing up and is hurt still, he still played well. It's a concern. You know, they need to be concerned about it. And I know he was, if I remember correctly, he was very upset at the end of the year. They didn't give him the ball a lot, things like that. You know, and he made some comments in the paper. So, is this going to be a distraction? Who knows? You know, we'll see. Hopefully, it's not, because you know you guys want to take that pressure off Lamar, and you want to have a running back that you can trust to hand the ball off to. So that way, you're not purposely running Lamar into the ground, you know, and him getting possibly getting hurt before the year ends. So I think it is concerning that JK is not there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say yes and no. I agree with Shug that, you know, him having that knee issue and not being completely healthy is always going to be a concern, just because of, you know, the position he plays and how quickly those players kind of get ground down. But just, you know, not being ready for the start of training camp in general is not concerning. I think he'll be ready for the start of the season, but yeah, like Shug said, anytime you have a running back with any kind of a knee issue, there has to be some level of concern there.
Right. Because my level of concern is because of the fact that last time I saw JK, he was in a playoff game talking about, just give me the ball. Give me the damn ball. And what happened between the end of that game when you were healthy to now? Did you overtrain it? Did you tweak something? Like,
well, I don't think he was healthy in that game. Like, I mean, you remember watching JK for the second half of that season. He looked like he was hobbling while he was running. So I don't think he wasn't 100% then. And he, you know, realistically, he probably doesn't really need to be there early in training camp. You know, I mean, he's coming in.
Maybe,
what is it, fourth year?
Yeah, yes. Maybe he was just JKing about him getting the ball.
What's going on, Becky? Thank you for joining the stream. He says Bowser is on the hot seat. Oh, listen, Tyus Bowser is the one that is not on the hot seat. Let me tell you that. He is pretty much all pass rush we got right now. So
Tyus he's a rock solid player to me.
Facts. I thought he was going to be a bust, but
hey, I just want to say this: if anybody out there really wants to help a person out, I lost my Steelers mug. So if you want to,
sounds like you already got the help you need.
Huh? I'm sorry, Shook. What were you saying about Steelers mug?
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Oh man, like why would you do that, sir? Like, don't be that way. All right. So also speaking of Rashad Bateman was listed by CBS as the breakout performer of the Baltimore Ravens during the upcoming season. To me, I think that there's an issue. I think that there's an issue with the Ravens and young players, just like we had with C.J. Mosley, what we're going through with Patrick Queen. I think that Rashad Bateman and J.K. Dobbins went out of Baltimore, to be quite honest. I don't even know if J.K. Dobbins' knee is really bothering him. I think he wants a new contract, and especially with everything going on around the NFL, with them devaluing the position and stop trying to give them the money that they deserve, I think J.K. is angling to make money because, like someone stated in the chat, Melvin Gordon is making more than J.K. Dobbins, and Melvin Gordon has done squat for the Baltimore Ravens. Do you feel like JK can actually be that performer? Do you feel like he can stay healthy for a full season or at least 10 games? Sugar Ton?
I don't think he can stay healthy, to be honest. Because you're talking about trying to take some of that pressure off of Lamar So that means you're going to run J.K. as much as you can, and try to, obviously you have Edwards, J.K. and Melvin. I don't know if Melvin's going to make it through camp, or he'll be the third running back. But if J.K.'s already having problems, is like you said, at the end of the season, he was telling in a playoff game, "I want the ball." Now he's not, his knee's not well.
I thought that was only for top running backs.
Is he going to be able to hold up? And if you're gonna, what'd you say, Ronnie?
No, he's saying that J.K. Dobbins attended the meeting today, that the Zoom meeting that Austin Eckler set up to talk about running back salary. But when I saw that reported, they said it was only for top running backs, so I'm confused.
30.
I can't stand you. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong though. He ain't wrong though.
Like,
but if you're gonna,
Miles Sanders wasn't at that meeting. What? Like, have some self-awareness. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
But I don't know if he's gonna be able to make it through the season. If he's already, like you said, at the end of the year, he was saying he was giving the ball, but then now you're hurt again. Are you either? I'm not gonna say faking it, but are you, trying to milk it to get because you want more money, or what are you doing here? So it's either you're injured or you want more money, so you're milking this, which I think is a bad play. So
you think it's a bad? Do you think it's a bad play? Because okay, I'm a running back. I already know that my shelf life is very short in the NFL.
No, I don't think it's a bad play to get money. No.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying. I'm just.
Are you saying for JK?
I think if you want more money, you need to show up and show out. Now, if he's really hurt, that's understandable. But if he's not,
right,
then what are you trying to prove here?
The problem is that they're not going to. If you show up and show out, they're still not going to pay you.
And that's the problem with Baltimore. They don't let you show out. Like Baltimore intentionally stunts the growth of players so they don't have to pay them money.
Well, I was talking about the league in general. The league and Joshua has a second comment there saying one of the topics was to exaggerate injuries.
Yep.
Now, specifically for J.K. Dobbins, that probably would not be a great idea because he did have the torn ACL. Then he did have, it was still bothering him later. But, if the league is not going to pay you, then don't show up and let them run you into the ground.
Facts. Yeah, I agree as well. Got another donation, $20 donation from a man first. He says, "Hello." That's right. First, get the points up, bro.
Don't do that.
What? I just told him get his points up, bro. Everybody's my favorite. But yeah, sure. So I mean, what is he supposed to do? Like, you're not showcasing my ability even when I'm in. I came in injured last season and still averaged like 6 yards a carry. Like, I tried to lead this team into the playoffs, but you wouldn't allow me to. So even if I want to showcase my skills for another team, you're not allowing me to do that. I need to get as much money as I can because I was a second round pick. I don't get a 5th-year option. I don't have a big money contract. So he's trying to get as much money as he possibly can. And
I didn't know Baltimore's petty like that.
Yes,
I'm not a Baltimore.
They did the same thing with Hollywood Brown. Listen,
trying real hard there, sure.
So we just gonna lie on Sundays? We're gonna lie on Sundays? Nobody believes that.
What happened?
We don't believe you. You need more people.
What?
We don't believe
you.
Should.
Believe me?
You trying to say I'm not a Baltimore fan? So let me ask you this question.
Here we go.
No, it's a serious question. When was the last time you streamed? It's been about at least a good month and a half, possibly. So the first time that you come back to stream, you come on to a Ravens podcast, but you're not a Ravens fan. I rest my case, Your Honor.
He said, "Look at my purple logo.
Look at my purple."
I was asked to come on this show. Okay,
were you were asked, or did you ask me?
I didn't ask nobody.
You forgot I got receipts.
And Joshua, this has always kind of been my point. Like, I think that J.K. Dobbins is very, very talented, incredibly talented.
Yes.
I thought he was the best running back in that class coming out.
Yes.
But everyone is going to look good in Baltimore. I mean, look, even Devontae Freeman and old boy were averaging over 4.5 yards a carry that year. They were pretty washed. Because when you're playing next to Lamar Jackson, the defense has to account for him. And obviously, Baltimore has had a good O-line a good run blocking O-line for the most part over the past 5 years. And I mean, look, I'll just say this: if you take away Lamar Jackson, he's not averaging 6 yards a carry. And Gus isn't averaging 5 yards a carry. Like, it's just not going.
Whoa! Let's not do that for Gus. Let's not talk about Gus. The bus.
Why?
Man came in his rookie year just at 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, so did Alfred Morris.
Yeah, you're right about that. What the Sam Hill? All right, so 55 minutes. It's well over our half-hour cap. That's right. We are over our cap, half-hour cap. Well over it. But I mean, listen. I don't know what part you talk about is cap, but just the system that we run made Kenyon Drake and Freeman look like all-stars, because Freeman in Atlanta his last few years, he was out of the NFL. It's amazing that y'all don't look at the fact that we take people that are not in the NFL and then they come in averaging 4 yards a carry. You think that's just by happenstance? You think that I was sitting on my couch today and then I came to Baltimore and now I'm averaging 5 yards a carry and that just happened? It's just the rest of the league forgot the fact that I could play and I was just sitting on my couch just because I didn't have nothing better to do. So, I mean, there's a little validity to all sides. But, yeah, these running backs just aren't as good as we think they are. JK, I think he could be special. I just don't know if he would be as special if he were behind the New York Jets offensive line. But let's not fret, because it's still Dalvin Cook out there. I don't know what that man's waiting on. He needs to come to Baltimore.
Waiting on somebody to pay him.
Yeah, he don't even want that much. I think I heard he wanted like $6 million. $6 million? I guess. What's going on, Steven? He said, "Sup, fellas? 3 questions before the start of the season."
3? Man, you gotta listen. Take that, put that in the Cash App tip, man. You can't be asking 3 questions.
I think these are answers to the 3.
Oh, answers to the questions. These, yeah. Be crisp and execute the new offensive schemes. Get Lamar in position to increase passing efficiency and pass rush. Pass rush is a biggie. We still haven't done anything about that. I guess we're supposed to be bringing in Kyle Van Noy, and in true Ravens fashion, we getting players well past their prime. Yeah, and I agree. And personally, I agree. You can't just put anybody in the backfield. But we put Le'Veon Bell and Freeman in the backfield. And they were just anybody that they signed off the street. They didn't have an NFL job. Le'Veon Bell was out of the NFL.
Like you say you can't just put anybody in the backfield, and fine, whatever. Okay, I guess. Tell that to the NFL teams who just put anybody the hell back there. All right. And they still succeed. Like it is what it is at this point. And Melvin Gordon is not a good insurance policy. Melvin Gordon is not a particularly good runner at this point and can't hold on to the ball.
What's going on?
And Agent E, I think if Lamar has over 1,000 yards rushing, that's not a good thing.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? It says, could have swore Ravens fans were saying EDC only cares about defense and defense doesn't matter in today's NFL. Now everybody's crying for more defense. We're not crying for more defense. And the only reason that EDC went out and got offense because he was possibly going to lose his franchise quarterback. That is the only reason. Let's not think that EDC woke up one day and was like, Woosah, I'm an offensive GM now. He didn't do that. He said, Lamar leaving, what do you want to stay? And he said, go get me some offense. And EDC said, I'll see what I can do.
Rodney is cold. Rodney's so cold. Rodney's so cold, he wears a beanie and sweater every day.
That's right.
And I can contest to that.
It's not cold.
You're kind of cold. You're cold-hearted, though.
I'm not cold-hearted at all.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, Latavius Murray was a decent back. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from that. But Le'Veon Bell wasn't. What?
Screwed up when he left Pittsburgh. Shout out to Davion. My boy.
Le'Veon?
Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was messed up his career when he left Pittsburgh. Shout out to Davon, my homie.
He didn't mess up his career leaving Pittsburgh.
He didn't.
He was at the end of being a top running back anyway.
I don't think so. I think he would have stayed in Pittsburgh.
You think if he would have stayed in Pittsburgh, he wouldn't have been the washed up running back? They would have won a Super Bowl.
With who?
Him, AB, and Ben.
Okay.
Because the year after they left, they went 12-0. And so,
what happened after 12-0?
It was 11.
Rodney opened his fucking mouth.
It was 11, I believe, and then they lost 6 straight.
Rodney opened his mouth.
Let me ask this question. If I'm not mistaken, in the last 13 years, the Cleveland Browns only have one playoff win. Who was the team that they beat? Was it that 12-0 Steelers team?
It was 11, I believe.
I think it was 11 too. But which team did they beat? But who was the only playoff victory Cleveland Browns had? Against that Super Bowl team? Against that Super Bowl team that you say?
This is why nobody likes you.
Up to the point now, I really couldn't care less.
That's a lie.
No, I did.
As soon as you turn off the live, you say, "Why doesn't nobody love me? Why doesn't nobody like me?"
I think that's going to be Nick Chubb. I think he's far and away the best running back in that division.
Wait a minute.
The AFC North.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, and that's crazy because all day long I've been sitting here watching TV, and I was thinking to myself, my favorite running back is Nick Chubb. In the whole NFL, he's quiet. He goes about his job. He gets 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns. Doesn't say a thing. You don't hear anything about him. So yes, the best running back in the AFC North, and maybe the AFC. I think Derrick Henry.
I think. Well, he's asking from the AFC North. I think Harris is going to prove something this year. But Brandon Buck, there's something on your nose. Can you clean it off, please? Thank you.
I do agree with you about Harris. I think he's going to be much, much better this year than he has been. They've done a lot of work on that O-line. They got that tight end out of Georgia. I think they're going to be bullying people in the run game.
Oh, you want the one with the bad knees? You talking about Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach said Todd Gurley. Listen, Coach, and the only reason I think this is funny is because I have never seen someone go down so fast as Todd Gurley. I guess maybe the next best thing would have been the 11-0 Steelers after the 11-0, how they just nosedived.
Are you sure you don't remember Beanie Wells?
Oh,
my man Beanie Wells.
He was a big boy.
Beanie Wells had 1,047 yards and 10 touchdowns in his third season. Okay, he was 23 years old.
Yeah.
In his fourth season, he had 234 yards and 5 touchdowns, and then he was out of the NFL.
Yeah. What's going on, Tanja? I'm glad you could drive by. Yeah, Arizona messes up a lot of careers. Lots of careers.
It's Arizona. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Who was it? Boston? Sure. Who was the dude? Boston? The little David Boston, the Sturridge guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Arizona messed his career up, though.
Phoenix Cardinals?
But
Phoenix Cardinals then?
He had a little obsession with the mirror.
Yeah, he did. He just couldn't.
And I don't like the Christian McCaffrey erasure that's going on in your chat right now.
What do you mean?
Well, they're not used to.
It's reverse racism.
Yeah. Listen.
Thank you, Brady.
What do you mean reverse racism? First of all, Christian McCaffrey is in my top 100 players.
Oh wow, is he?
Yes, he's in the top.
How generous of you.
He's in the top.
I don't know what I watched, but somebody was like, they were like talking about, I think they were picking a team, like an all-time team, and a white corner popped up. He goes, "Yeah, I can't pick a white corner." I was like, "Wow."
It's sad. White people say that all the time. They're like, "I can't pick no white corner or no white receiver unless it's Cooper Kupp." I knew the Ravens should have Cooper Kupp. I knew they.
What about homeboy from the Patriots? He's pretty good, white boy.
Edelman.
Edelman, yeah. Edelman was pretty good.
Yeah, Edelman, Wes Welker. It's a lot of them, bro.
Wes Welker.
Well, I mean, it's just for some reason when you're doing fantasy football.
No, he wasn't fast. Jason Sehorn was not the man.
Jason Sehorn had one outstanding season. Then who was he messing with? The lady Chick Harmon, the actress.
I don't know who that is.
First would know. You know how he likes those.
He has
a type. But he was messing with something Harmon. She was on that lawyer show or whatever.
Andrew Harmon.
And that might have been her. And everybody was like, Jason Sehorn is the man. And then came Super Bowl 35 against the Ravens. Brandon Stokely, white receiver.
Against the offensively challenged Ravens. Beat the brakes off of that defense for Harris. What the hell?
That's right, D. Weezy, Hunter Renfrow. He's another one. Yes, Angie Harmon. You know Ferris. Ferris knows. He knows his man only had one good year, but he's a New York Giant. My question to you first is how are you gonna feel about Saquon Barkley in the upcoming weeks when he becomes a Baltimore Raven?
That's not gonna happen.
That would be unbelievable for Baltimore.
Wouldn't it? How you know it's not going to happen? Listen,
Y'all
so
just signed
the
Melvin
Ravens.
Gordon. Why would you guys get Barkley for?
Because it's the Ravens is how we know it's not going to happen.
because
Why you got Odell instead of DeAndre Hopkins, man? Why you got Rocky Sin instead of Darius Slay? Why you talking to Kyle Van Noy instead of trading for Daniil Hunter? Chase Young.
I don't find any of this hilarious at all. That's right, Ricky Pro. Because listen, so Josh, stop it. Enough, sir. Sir, enough is enough. Okay.
Hey, let's not talk about how they can have George Pickens.
Why you got Morgan Moses instead of anybody?
Don't tick me off. Because here's the thing. So Wayne Corbett, I don't know about Wayne Corbett if he counted. Yeah, stop. So Josh Jacobs, there's rumor that he's going to sit out the season.
Okay.
If Saquon threatens to sit out the season, those organizations can rescind that franchise tag, and if they do, they become free agents. So, yeah, I wanted. Listen, but Frank Clark has character issues, and he has character issues, and
not like that. Terrell Suggs or Ray Rice. Not like that.
You mean
Will Hill.
Listen, I wanted Leonard Floyd, to be honest with you. I wanted Leonard Floyd, and they just let him. And he sat on the market for weeks, and somehow the Bills came and scooped him up. And I don't know how that happened. I'm like, yo, we need pass rush help. Go get him.
Justin in the chat saying your shit broke.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try to. After the stream, I'm gonna try to help you fix it because I think I know what's wrong.
You think you know what's wrong?
Fix it up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we're thinking about going to Restream anyway. Like Restream is something we're researching because
I signed up for it. I can use it, but
yeah, I'm gonna see.
I think StreamYards is the problem. Is StreamYards? I have to look at Restream when I signed up for it again. The problem with StreamYards is it's the only one that you can do multiple streams and not have to pay for it. Because with Restream, you can only do 2. You have to pay for the rest of them. So if you want to do Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Twitter, you have to pay for them.
I don't even know what Kick is.
That's where I go up to you. I walk up to you and I see your kneecaps and I just hang your kneecaps.
We know that's not true, sure. We have video evidence.
No, that's definitely true. It's definitely true.
That might have been Prime Shug.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. Never mind. This ain't Prime Shug no more. This ain't Prime Shug here.
No. All right, we have been here for
way too.
Where does the time go? It's been over an hour.
Where does the time go when you're having fun?
It is, and still 48 people in here rocking with us. I really do appreciate y'all.
Appreciate all 48 of you
on a Sunday evening. Just make sure that you tune in throughout the football season because this is the time that we shall be doing a show. I don't know if Shug's going to be here because he may be busy doing his Pittsburgh stream on Sunday nights. Are you, Shug?
I thought we were going to do morning streams to talk about the games, you, me, and Brondy.
Who's we?
And then I was going to do.
I was not a part of any
live
conversation.
Live reaction to Steeler games.
I didn't have this conversation either.
Yes, we did. We had this conversation a while ago, and we all agreed. See, just let y'all know, these two right here, these two gentlemen, lie to my face. This is why I stopped streaming.
That is not
right
true.
there.
That's not what happened.
Hurt my feelings. You guys are like married women cheating on their husbands. You do that too.
Wow.
Hurt my feelings.
Wow.
I don't know why I brought that.
That's the comparison you used?
Yeah, that was a bad comparison. I'm sorry. I'm used to making bad comparisons. Anyway.
I think you owe me an apology.
Tune in Sundays. Me, Hendo, and Bronny will be doing a morning show.
Don't lie to the people.
I never lie to the people. I don't lie to
my
people.
All I'm doing on Sunday is sleeping.
You ain't sleeping.
Yeah, Justin, you got to stream late. 6 o'clock when people still coming home from work. That don't sometimes work. So you need to do it later.
Davon, I appreciate you, but you lying to the people right now too.
Yeah,
the first part. The second part is absolutely true.
Yeah, but
I was about to say, yes, B is a great man. What's going on, Megan? How you feeling? Seahawks fan in here. Listen.
Shout out to Megan.
We got everybody in here rocking with us. I appreciate the love. But I don't know what you heard, Megan. Suge's a liar, and nobody said anything about doing
How am I-
an
how-
early morning. We never discussed an early morning
Yes, we
pre-game
did.
show.
You want? You want to? Yes, we did.
Where we're gonna go to find this proof? Now you could probably say you could possibly say you and I had a discussion about that, but to say that Rodney agreed to something like that, that's how I know you're lying. That's how I know you're lying.
No.
Exactly.
I had a discussion with Bronny,
You
and Bronny
know.
said, and I'll show you the text message. Said,
Please show me.
"I will be there whenever you need me."
Put it in our group chat. Okay, that
But you see what it is? Abusive. He abuses his friendships.
He does. He's
I abuse my friendship. What did this
I didn't say I want to do a weekly show. I said if you need me to be on a stream, I will be
weekly.
there.
Yeah,
Kind
you
of
will be there every Sunday.
So where did I say, where did I say this was gonna happen?
You said the same thing too.
If you need me, no. I was talking about if you needed someone to talk to, some advice. I didn't say anything about a stream.
No. We were talking about streaming.
You look very George Costanza right now. I just want you to know that.
You do. But yes, listen, Davon, if people want a morning stream on game day, they'll possibly get one. That's something that they want.
You're definitely getting one with my co-host, Rodney and Hendo.
FTP.
You are a horrible person.
I'm not a horrible person. All right.
Oh, snap. Anonymous just donated $13.37. Appreciate you, Anonymous.
Get things because you want them.
Oh, man. I just got $13.37 because I wanted it.
You wanted more than that.
No, you think it'll be. I just figured, hey, I want a donation. I want to see the animation pop up. And that's what happened. Maybe they were saying they want Suge to do a Sunday show.
I think that's probably.
Oh, hey, whoa. Breaking news. From now on, Weezy Sundays are going to be free.
There you go.
Dude, I'm happy. You finally get a day off. You work so damn hard. Thank God.
23 hours, 7 days a week. So now you have a co-host for that morning show. Well, Bradley and I will stop by.
I have two co-hosts. They're above me.
We'll stop by. Listen, this conversation is above me. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. All right.
Okay, Hendo.
Listen. She said she got the Charles Cross jersey on. Good to go. I wanted the Ravens to draft him. I wanted the Ravens to get Charles Cross, but it didn't happen. Oh, well.
I don't know why you keep coming in here and not into our stream, Megan, because you don't know this. Probably, I know Hendo didn't. He probably didn't like verbalize this to you. Biggest Geno Smith hater you have ever met.
What?
Wow, Rodney just threw you under the bus.
Geno Smith hater?
You.
I'm not a Geno Smith hater.
You said that dude's a piece of shit.
I did not say that. I said I may have
in so many words.
I may have said,
paraphrasing a bit.
I may have said that punch wasn't out of line for what he did.
You notice how Hendo always forgets what he says.
No. You listen. You defraud the kids. He was supposed to do something for the kids, and he lied about it. And it wasn't the fact that he lied when a guy approached him and was like, "Hey, bro, you didn't show up for the function. What's up?" He looked at the guy and was like, "I don't give a damn. Talk to the hand."
That's right, Megan. I agree with you. You hear what Hendo says about your quarterback.
Okay, so
about your black quarterback.
And Davon, he has no receipts.
So listen, Megan. I got to keep everything high noon. I got to keep it straight. I got to keep it a buck. Geno Smith is good. Geno Smith is a lot better than I thought he was going to be, but Geno Smith is not a legend. I'm sorry.
He's a legend.
In his own mind. Facts. But listen.
Clearly in Megan's mind.
But listen, he is legendary when it comes to quote. What is his famous quote?
They roll me off.
Right back. I give you that. That quote is legendary. Legendary.
And you know, I don't like to think about it too much because I feel like the more I think about it, it doesn't really make sense, but I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't, but listen, okay, so if you go to the stream where we did the quarterbacks, I did a video on top 10 quarterbacks. If you listen to that whole video, only one person mentioned Geno Smith's name. This guy. Everybody else forgot about him.
I forget about him. He's not a top 10 quarterback. Where do you have him in your top 100 list?
Where do I have Geno Smith in the top 100?
Yes.
You have to watch the videos to find out.
And when's that coming out?
It comes out tomorrow. I'm trying to coordinate it between Coach's show and Coach's top 32 teams, which we're down to the final 4 teams. Final 4. So I don't know. Maybe 4 o'clock. I don't know. What's a good time? But yes, then you'll see where Geno Smith is placed in the top 100, because of course quarterbacks dominate the league.
They do indeed.
No, Megan, no. You have to watch the videos to find out where your favorite players are.
And listen, and don't do that thing where you click on the video and then you just you scroll through it trying to look at the pictures and try to find where it's at. Watch the video.
Watch the videos aren't even that long.
Dang, she put you on the list.
Wow. That's how you get down. Listen, do you talk to Coach? Because y'all two are just the pettiest people. Be like me. Be like water. Be like water. Let it roll off your back. Listen, I have nothing against your team. I love the Seahawks. I love Pete Carroll. I mean, he should have had beast mode run it in instead of throwing it on second down.
That was a solid decision. Marshawn Lynch was not a good goal line back. But if you want to talk about petty, who said we don't have any prize for this league, and then bought himself a championship belt and put his own picture on it? Who did that?
Rex.
I don't know who did that.
That was you.
I didn't say there weren't any prizes.
Okay.
I put out a vote.
Okay.
To see if
every time I say you said that there was no prizes, you have a different story about how you definitely did. Because it used to be, oh, I said it to Ferris, and then Ferris was like, no, you didn't. And you're like, Ferris is a fucking liar. And now it's, I put out a poll.
Listen, if you let me finish, Rodney, and this is the story. I put out a poll if you wanted a belt, a trophy, a plaque. I put it out there. Ferris was one of the few that voted.
Ferris said that is not true.
So if I prove this,
and then you told me, you said directly to me, you can't trust Ferris. And Ferris was essentially your character witness for this entire this malarkey that you're putting out there every week about this belt.
Oh man.
I trust you, Ferris.
Yeah, okay. First of all, you brought up the statement, so I don't know. First of all, you know who your guy is. You know who your guy is. So I'm your guy first, not him. Okay. And people just hating on all the hardware.
Yeah, it's in that plastic.
No, actually, it's this heavy. It's this heavy ring.
That ring is heavy as hell.
That ring is very heavy. And next year's ring is even better. So I'm just saying. All right, guys, it's been almost an hour and a half, and it's way too long. And
it's supposed to be a half-hour show.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's supposed to be an hour show. The half-hour show comes on throughout the week.
Nah, you told me 30.
I said we're going to try to keep it. Try.
No, not try. You said a quick 30.
The operative word here is try. All right, so Megan, what do I have to do to take you to get off this people who are dead to me list? So my question to you, Megan, is you're a very busy woman and you have a lot of things going on, and I know that you do a lot of stuff for the Hawk Stream and everything. But am I dead to you, or am I partially dead to you? Because you come around once every 2 months. So am I totally dead or partially dead? Because if I'm partially dead, then that means it's less work that I have to do personally. I'm just saying. All right, we're about to get up out of here. So, gentlemen, let these people know what you have going on. We'll start with you first. I mean, Chug.
Now I'm not going because you disrespected me.
I do that all
Rodney.
the time. No, I do it all the time.
No, that is so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. Go ahead, Hendo. Rodney.
Hey, hold on 1 second, please. Justin, just type an exclamation points into the chat, and it'll tell you how many points you have. Like, you don't have to do that. You just type in points.
Quick 30, if that. It's a direct quote from you regarding the length of this stream. But you can find me on Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live stream every Wednesday evening at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We follow that up with the overtime show for patrons. And then, sometimes we stream after Ravens and Panthers games on Sundays. Also, you can find me over on Ring Kings podcast if you are a boxing fan. That's where myself, my brother Jose, and OTR Mike, we talk about all things boxing. We got 2 huge fights coming up this week. Naoya Inoue versus Stephen Fulton on Tuesday morning. That's 8 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday because they are fighting over in Japan. And then Saturday night, one of the biggest fights in boxing as well, Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford for essentially pound for pound number one in boxing. That one's been in the making for years. I'm really looking forward to it. So definitely head over to Rankings Podcast, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and join us for our live streams after those fights.
All right. Shug, would you like to let the people know what you have going on, sir?
Are you gonna apologize to me?
I think you should.
All right. Shout out to Chocolate Lady Cap. We got a $13.37 donation. Appreciate you and all that you do. Apologize for calling you Ferris.
Apologize for being disrespectful to me the whole stream, calling me Ferris, and hurting Megan's feelings.
Whoa. First of all, I apologize for calling you Ferris. How did I hurt Megan's feelings? How did I hurt Megan's feelings?
You won't tell it because you won't tell her.
Oh, I don't
Anyway.
know. Do you think she put you on the dead to me list because you made her happy?
Some people are fickle. I don't know.
Wow. Now you're insulting her.
I didn't say her. I didn't say her. I said some
Ronnie, a
people.
lot of
I
times
didn't say
people
her.
say things. A lot of times people say things, and then 2 seconds later,
They don't. All right.
That's true.
So
You know.
you can find me on YouTube, Suge Knight 323, where I will be doing the Still Conspiracy that will be returning soon, possibly this Tuesday. Suge Knight 1323 on Twitch, where I usually be gaming. I might be doing some gaming tonight. Depends on how I feel. Suge Knight 323, TikTok and Twitter. Follow me there. And then Sundays when football season starts, I will be doing a morning show with my two co-hosts right above me. And then I'll be doing watch-alongs for every Steeler game. So come hang out. Like I said, my two co-hosts are right here Sunday mornings before all the games start. Make sure you guys go buy your tickets for their meetup. Unfortunately, I will not be able to make it due to financial issues, but their tickets are selling quick. You guys need to be there. Make sure you go over there and give Bronny a hug, talk to him, shake his hand, whisper things in his ear. He loves that kind of things. I heard they're going to be doing an auction for a date for him.
That's not
So if you want to take Bronny on a date or you want him to take you on a date,
throne of lies.
And make sure to give Hendo a fist for me.
Now that you've demonstrated your lack of credibility, everybody knows that I will not be doing a Sunday morning show with you. So thank you, Suge.
We'll see. I will bring this clip back up in 4 months or 2 months, whatever football season starts.
He doesn't even know when football season starts, people. He ain't doing no Sunday show.
Doing nothing.
Did I say 4 months? I'm sorry. My mind's a little messed up right now. Okay,
your mind playing tricks on you.
4 months. 4 months. Goddamn November.
Dawn near December.
4 months from now, I'll be getting ready to leave for Japan. I'm doing no show with you 4 months from now.
Shout out to Bronny. He's going to Japan. He's going to have some authentic Japan food, which is going to be Japanese food, which is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Shut up, Ferris. I said 4 months. My mind is messed up right now. I'm going through stuff. Okay.
Hey, Justin, your other channel has 5,195 points if you're looking for that. So you're at the top. You're at the top.
Don't lie.
He is at the top. He's in the top 3.
Okay, that's not at the top. Like, words mean things, yo. They mean things.
All right, listen, if you want to find these gentlemen and much more, make sure you go to the new website, RouGPod.com. You can see
why don't you get a website? I've really been gone.
I've had a website for months. I just never published it until I got some certain things right with it. And the website's been out for about a month or so. And your channel's on it. Your channel's on that show. So if they go to the website and click on your phone, it takes them to your YouTube channel. So
appreciate that, Hendo.
It also updates you on what's going on throughout the LBHT world. If there's anything new, if there's any news, you can go there and just make sure you drop by. Check it out.
That's facts from Ferris, though. You can't combine points.
I didn't combine points. What are you talking about?
He's just saying before you try.
I know this first. Why would I combine points? My name isn't Brodney.
I don't combine points.
Ooh.
It says you're not on. You're not.
No, you're on the list.
It says you're not. It says you're not. Oh.
Yeah, but the next one.
No, it says you're not on the list.
No, it doesn't. It says you're not the list. If you're just going to try and read it literally,
No, you add,
But
if you add the on to it, it says you're not on the list.
or you
I
could
add
just replace "not" with "on," which is what you meant. You're
I
on
can
the list.
interject and just. Oh, you didn't have
On the list.
So, Coach,
Yeah.
I'm on the list because I said that Geno Smith wasn't a great quarterback. Like, he's a good quarterback. He had one outstanding year, and I'm being penalized for it. So, let Megan know your thoughts on Geno Smith, Coach. Is he that star quarterback? Because Brownie said he's not top 10.
He's not
And,
top 10.
and I think that Megan,
not any disrespect.
I think that Megan and I will agree that he's top 10. Ain't that right, Megan?
She just re-added you.
Yeah, what? He's not top 10 then. If I'm on the list, he ain't top 10.
And now thank you for showing us what your top 10 list means. So fickle.
No, first of all, we have a video that says what my top 10 list is, and everybody knows he's not on it.
You just updated it.
No, I did not.
Yo, end the show. It's time to go.
Is it? She said he's top 1.
Oh, Megan crazy.
I don't know. Megan, did you see Coach's ranking of the Seattle Seahawks? I think she did, because I think she commented on it, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get out of here before I get myself in any more trouble. Appreciate you all for hanging out with appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Anything you gentlemen want to leave the good people with?
No. What good people? Wow. that was weird.
All right, because you were cold-blooded.
No.
Sure. I'm sure you have something that
No, I'm just hungry. Can you make me some grass ender?
We got it.